Come in.
Hello, Dr. Grief. How are you today?
Good. How are you doing, Alicia Uncomplicated?
Much better. Thank you for asking.
Great. It's been about 2 weeks since we last met. How have you been doing?
Pretty good. Just taking it one day at a time.
Okay. And since our last session, I know we talked about your husband.
Yes.
Why don't we just start there? And why don't you tell me what happened with him, and we can just go from there.
About 6 months ago, I got a knock at the door. I was having a normal day, playing with the kids. I opened the door, and to my surprise, there were 2 guys in an Army outfit, and I knew then I was going to receive bad news. Well, that's when they told me my husband had passed away as he was serving for our country, and I was devastated.
Okay. And I guess, why don't we elaborate more on your feelings? How are you dealing with that news and that anxiety?
At first, I didn't know how I was going to live. I felt lost and empty. There was just this emptiness in my stomach, like there's no way I'm going to go on. I couldn't breathe sometimes. There were days where I felt like I was short of breath. My throat was tightening up, and I didn't know how I was going to make it.
Okay. And were you ever feeling ill, actually physically ill, feeling nauseous at all, lightheaded?
Just a little anxiety. I just felt so lonely. It's this empty feeling that's hard to explain.
Okay. And when you were feeling this type of emotions, was it affecting your activities of daily living, such as brushing your teeth, combing your hair, bathing, things of that nature?
In the beginning it did. I didn't want to get out of the bed. I didn't want to be bothered with family or friends or answer the phone, but that was only for the first couple of weeks. I didn't want to get up and take the kids to school, but it did get better after that.
Okay. And how about your support system? How has your family been helping you through this grief process?
They have been very supportive, my family and his, our friends. They've taken the kids to school. They've come over and cooked dinners. They've cleaned. They've helped me to realize that I have something to live for. They've made it easier for me to get through this process.
Okay. And I know I haven't prescribed any medications for you as we've been dealing with this, but have you been taking any over-the-counter medications?
No, I haven't had to.
Okay. And I guess since you haven't been taking any medications, what are the coping strategies that you've been using to help you deal with this grief process?
Well, actually, some of the ones that me and you discussed have been very helpful, like the deep breathing. There are some days where I just have to stop what I'm doing, plant my feet on the floor, and count to 4 and breathe deep. It helps a lot to clear my mind. I've done reminiscing with the kids. We watch home videos, which helps. But just keeping active with my kids gives me a reason to live. It's helping me out do a lot better with this grieving process.
Excellent. Well, Alicia, that is our time for today. So maybe next week we can meet at the same time, and we can just continue to deal with the grief process and just helping you cope with this tough situation.
That sounds good, Dr. Grief. I appreciate your time.
All right, you take care,
Thank
Alicia.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.